Senhoras e senhores, sejam muito mais do que bem-vindos à minha série de Dragon Age Origins, jogo esse que eu conheço muito bem, sei bem do que se trata, já zerei algumas vezes, e então bora começar sem enrolar.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Cara, essa intro do Dragon Age é muito legal, velho, sensacional. Aqui é a tela para você escolher seu gênero, raça, classe e o passado aqui. Eu prefiro jogar com homem, humano, dá pra jogar com elfo ou anão. Humano você pode ser ou guerreiro ou mago, lembrando que com mago você vai ter um passado diferente na Torre dos Magos. Eu vou jogar de rogue, porque é a minha classe preferida, sempre foi e acho que sempre vai ser. Sempre prefiro velocidade no lugar de força. E bora seguir. Aqui é a tela de customização da aparência do personagem. Com isso aqui eu acabo, bom, eu gosto, então eu acabo gastando um certo tempo, então eu vou cortar, já volto. Pronto galera, é isso daí. Eu dei o meu melhor, mas o meu melhor foi isso. Aqui no Dragon Age é realmente muito difícil você fazer, pelo menos pra homem, é difícil tu fazer alguma coisa que vá prestar, e vamos ter que nos contentarmos com isso. Se você estiver assistindo esse vídeo do futuro, vê aí na descrição ou na tela que eu posso já ter feito o guia de classe, em que eu explico a distribuição de pontos para cada classe, algumas dicas de build e de party. Aqui eu vou simplesmente distribuir e não vou explicar tão bem assim durante a série, porque eu acho que vai levar muito tempo para ficar explicando. Então bora simplesmente seguir. Aqui, essa habilidadezinha aqui me permite destrancar algumas portas e baús. Quem manja mais tá ligado que isso não é tão interessante assim pra build, não vai afetar o combate em nada, basicamente. Mas eu curto, eu gosto, eu acho que isso te poupa bastante tempo e que te dá também um bônusinho de XP. E de qualquer forma ele vai te devolver o ponto que tu gastou aqui, te dando XP com isso daqui. Os do combate eu não vou explicar tanto porque dá pra vocês ver durante o próprio vídeo, beleza? Então vamos seguir. Ah tá, por mais que... vocês já repararam, o jogo não tem legenda. Ele tem uma oficialzinha em inglês, mas não tem tradução para português. Já procurei e tem algumas que são muito mal feitas, é como se fosse uma legenda automática do Google Tradutor ou coisa assim. Então eu vou legendar pra vocês, tentar pelo menos legendar todas as cenas. Então simplesmente não se preocupem, beleza?
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time. Good. She's talked about you ever since she saw you at a fair in Denerim. I think you have an admirer, young man.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope. They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about. I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Bom, finalmente aqui de volta finalmente com o controle do personagem. Uma coisinha que eu quero falar com vocês. Aqui tem os Codex, que são esses papeizinhos de história que a gente recebe aí. Eu vou fazer o seguinte, eu vou passar, toda vez que eu pegar passar o texto em inglês aqui do lado e deixar uma anotaçãozinha do YouTube aqui do lado, desse lado de cá, com a tradução. Então se não estiver aparecendo aí é só tu ligar a anotaçãozinha do YouTube que provavelmente vai aparecer. Controles eu não vou mostrar porque eu acho que só interessa pra mim. Pra quem foi mais observador, já percebeu que o Duncan tá com uma armadura diferente da que aquele apareceu ali na intro do jogo. Isso é um modzinho, depois eu também veio na descrição. Eu vou colocar um vídeo descrevendo os mods que eu uso e por que eu uso. O nome desse mod, pra quem quer saber logo agora, é Grey Wardens of Ferelden. Bora seguir.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off. That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Bom galera, esse aqui é o Sir Gilmore, ele é aquele NPCzinho de primeira subquest de todo RPG que vai basicamente te ensinar a jogar. Ele vocês leram aí tudo que ele falou.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Look at that mess. How did he even get in here? He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Cara, esse rabinho dele cortado eu acho muito engraçado, velho. Muito maneirinho. Pra quem já vai comentar aí, eu sei que dá pra você basicamente roubar todo o XP daqui e não dividir nada com o Sir Gilmore, mas eu faço isso em off, beleza? Depois eu passo tudo isso aqui de novo, porque senão eu vou acabar tomando muito tempo do vídeo matando rato.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all. Those were rats from the Kokari wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Jarl's men.
Cara, só algumas curiosidades. Quando ele falou, tipo, isso parece uma história de todo aventureiro que meu avô costumava contar, tipo, é uma referenciazinha ao fato de que praticamente todo RPG tu começa matando rato gigante, aranha gigante ou coisa do tipo. E outra coisa que ele falou é que esses ratos eram de Kokari Wilds. Depois eu vou mostrar no mapa pra vocês onde a gente tá e de onde ele diz que esses ratos vieram. Cara, é impossível esses ratos terem vindo de lá. Bora seguir aqui.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt. Look at him now. Snuck into my larder once again and makes off like a free thief, he does.
Oh, mistress, there are rats in the larder. Big ones.
Oh, looks like the dog killed them.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Ela se faz de durona, mas a velhinha tem bom coração, cara. Bom, galera, esse castelo, mansão, sei lá, da gente aqui é um pouquinho grande, então aqui na exploração eu vou cortar, eu só vou mostrar basicamente o que eu coletar e as falas, então partiu.
Well. Very well.
Ah, galera, uma coisinha aqui que eu tenho que explicar sobre a roleplay, sobre basicamente quem é esse Aedan. O Aedan aqui, ele é um carinha bem gente fina, de bom coração, bastante generoso, não liga muito para dinheiro. E justamente por causa dessas coisas ele não é muito chegado à igreja aqui do jogo, a chantry, ou capela. Porque depois que vocês vão descobrir, a igreja não é assim tão gente fina, não é uma instituição muito legal. Então,
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening, my lord. Basicamente é por isso, o Aedan não vai ser muito religioso, beleza? Vamos só seguir aqui.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all!
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you. Would it not make you feel better? I prayed that the danger your brother and father face might change your mind. It saddens me that you will walk alone in this world and the hereafter by your choice of blindness. But I will bother you no further. I must yet administer to soldiers who will appreciate it. Excuse me.
Preconceito. Deixa eu só parar aqui pra mostrar os códex que a gente conseguiu até aqui. Aqui. Pior que isso acaba tomando um certo tempinho, né? Deixa aí nos comentários também se vocês querem que eu continue dessa forma, fazendo a tradução aqui do lado e passando o original aqui, ou que eu simplesmente ignore os códexes e nem leia nada, nem mostre nada. Simplesmente para economizar um tempo do vídeo. É com vocês quem sabem. Vamos seguindo. Cara, é estranho, velho, porque isso supostamente era pra ser um castelo, mas de todos os castelos do jogo, e a minha família é, tipo, muito rica, esse castelo aqui ficou bastante feio, ele, tipo, parece uma masmorra, parece muito mais uma masmorra do que um castelo.
Oh, my lord, we were just, well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here. We appreciate that, my lord. Thank you.
Relaxa, soldado, fica suave, porque o Aedan aqui é um carinha gente fina. Vai caguetar vocês não.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquess who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled? You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon. You're too kind, dear boy. Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's riding with your father tomorrow.
It's good to see you again, my lord.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
Show de bola, Elfinha, bora lá tentar conversar com ela direto aqui mesmo.
I shall do it.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent. Greetings once again, my lord. My lord is very kind, thank you. Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, your mother has no ladies-in-waiting herself. Is that usual for a noble woman of her rank? You are very kind, my lord. I'm nobody special. You make me blush. Aren't we doing just that? What else did you have in mind? I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lord? Until tonight, then.
Pô, show de bola. Fechou então. Só pegar mais esses códexes aqui. Então partiu. Só conversar aqui com o Aldous também, que ele vai dar um pouquinho da lore da nossa família.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect. I see you haven't changed. Perhaps it would benefit you to join our lesson.
Cara, o moleque aqui, tipo, indiano, gêmeo indiano do outro carinha aqui.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start? Well, records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child? Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern. Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man. It seems you've already plumbed the depths of your potential, then. A pity. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence. The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won. Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
The history between the Kuslans and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation. During your grandfather's rule, of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tournier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain, just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn. Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself.
É a idade, Aldous. É a idade. Só explicando um pouquinho da lore, aquele Kellanhad que ele falou é como se fosse o guerreiro supremo lendário em que todo mundo se inspira aqui em Ferelden ou em Tethers, o mundo do Dragon Age aqui. E House, pra quem não prestou muita atenção, aquele cara que tava lá com meu pai, sem ser o Duncan, então, é a família dele, basicamente isso. E bora lá, vamos direto lá atrás do meu irmão, porque acho que a gente já tá enrolando demais aqui. Eu vou só explorar o resto, ver se eu esqueci alguma coisa. Se eu tiver, eu mostro. Se não, bora logo lá pro meu irmão. Tá tranquilo, não esqueci de absolutamente nada. Perfeito! Então bora seguir logo lá falar com o meu irmão. Aqui tá tudo trancado, nem adianta checar. Só tem o quarto dele pra gente ir mesmo. Até o meu quarto tá trancado.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim. I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those Darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side. If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come? Oh? If I were a Grey Warden, little brother, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it. Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two. Then the Isle's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
And miss having both my children in one place before I leave? Not likely.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her brother, won't you?
I agree. Especially if you get yourself hurt. I will never forgive you.
Now that is a good incentive, wouldn't you say?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Deixa eu só fazer um corte aqui rapidinho, peraí. Pronto, voltamos. Bora só olhar aquele Codex que acabou de liberar. Tá aqui. Tem mais umzinho aqui. Galera, diz pra mim, não esquece de deixar nos comentários como que vocês querem que seja essa leitura desses códex, ou se vocês preferem simplesmente que ignore. O controle tá com vocês. Eu vou terminar o vídeo por aqui. Simplesmente passar a próxima cutscene e deixar vocês na curiosidade pro próximo episódio. Que se você gostou, não esquece de deixar o like. Se possivelmente, como eu tô começando o canal agora, passa esse vídeo para algum amigo, e se você se interessou mesmo, o segundo episódio já tá no YouTube. Tranquilo? Falou e até mais.
Your hound is making so much noise. He seems so angry. I thought I heard yelling when I woke up, but now I hear nothing. I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
More enemies ahead.
Damn you!